welcome back. So I didn't really know how to start this video. It's a bit of a different one. It's not about fashion, although I will be sharing with you my London Fashion Week wardrobe at the end of my video because it's London Fashion Week in a couple of days and I have sorted everything, so I might give you a sneak peek. But anyway, it's Valentine's Day, so I wanted to film this video for ages, but I just kept chickening out. But I thought, it's Valentine's Day, I need to talk about this because I really want my channel, although I love fashion and my channel is about fashion and beauty, I'm a real person and I wanted to share with you real things that happen in real life because, yeah, I think sharing is caring. And whenever I'm going through a problem or anything like that, I always find it really comforting to hear YouTubers talk about the same problem or the same issues. So I'm hoping that if I keep doing videos like this and maybe talking about personal things, that it can help some people in some way. So, it's the 14th of February, which marks a whole year since I was single. Yes, that relationship ended on Valentine's Day. I'm not really going to go into past relationships and stuff like that because I really want to respect the privacy of people, because even though people hurt me, I never want to hurt them back. I think an eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. So this video is really talking about self-esteem, self-respect, and just looking after yourself. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. I have always been really confident, like all the way through school, everything like that. I've been confident, super positive, like I always see the good in people, the best in a situation, and like whenever I feel down, I've always been that person to be like, let's kick ass, let's do something about this. I've never been one to dwell on negativity, and I've just always never been nervous in situations or anxious. I've been really lucky in that aspect. I've never dealt with anything major mentally. If things upset me, I get over them. I cry, I get over them. But I've never experienced like anything affecting me mentally until probably the last 12 months or the past few years. So during my mid-20s, I was in a couple of relationships where they cheated on me with my friends, and like it happened over and over again, and just it didn't affect me very much, but like I just think that's a normal part of dating these days. Like you date a guy, they cheat on you, it's pretty normal in my case anyway. So although that started to like chip away at me, it didn't really affect me and my self-esteem. I always just thought, what a twat. So this relationship ended about 12 months ago, and I came out of it and I felt everything just kind of dawned on me, like what had happened subconsciously over the year. Like I'd always been so body confident, and having negative things said about your body constantly just chipping away at you, not even in a nasty way, but just chipping. I hated my body, and I've never ever had a problem with it, like ever. And suddenly I didn't want to be seen on a beach in a bikini, or like I didn't want people to see me in the gym, like, and this came from nowhere other than someone else's negative comments constantly. I felt so insecure about my skin. I had acne. I always talk about my skin and stuff, but I didn't have bad acne like 12 months ago. It was just like a few spots around my chin that you could easily just cover up. It wasn't anything to like get upset over. It was just part of, I guess, being a woman, hormonal woman. Like it didn't really bother me, but constantly having something said about it, a person not touching you because of your skin, or washing things after your skin comes into contact with it, just so much emphasis on what I looked like, and critiquing it was made me into a really small person. So when I came out of this relationship, I just felt so broken. And to go with this, the way that it had ended as well, like I honestly would not have wished it upon my worst enemy. Like it wasn't cheating, it wasn't anything like that, it was a whole lot worse. So February last year, I honestly felt like a tiny little person, and and I don't even know how I allowed this to happen, because it was so unlike me. Like there was a lot of other things going on in my life that really contributed to my self-esteem being so low, like things that I'm not comfortable talking about online just yet, but I'd kept them to myself and I'd not shared them with anyone. So I think number one rule of this video is like, if you're going through something and you're struggling with something, tell someone that you love the problem, because even if you're worried about how they're going to react, how they're going to take it, sharing something will be so much better than holding on to that alone. Okay, so this period in my life, I don't know, but I have this really weird thing, like whenever I was a kid, whenever something bothered me, I'd get stomach ache. Like if things externally are impacting me, my body would compensate for it. Like I wouldn't really worry about it in my head, just like if I was upset, get tummy ache. And this year, all this stuff that was going on and my low self-esteem and stuff really affected my skin. Every time I got these pangs of like hurt or upset, my skin would come out in like these blistery spots all over my chin. I'll insert a picture here. I just thought I'd show you my skin today, and like I can't even begin to explain how it makes me feel. It's horrific. It hurts. I feel like I've tried everything. This was in about August maybe, or June, July, something like that, and it was horrific. Like I've never ever seen skin like it, and it wasn't like acne that people get. It was something, oh god, it was so itchy. I thought my face was just gonna peel off. But this made me want to stay in. I didn't go out, and like I know what you're thinking, that on my videos it looks like I've got clear skin, but believe me, I'm really good at hiding. Like makeup was my, this is why I love makeup so much. I could cover up so well on camera. In real life you could obviously still see that my chin looked like the bloody Himalayas, but I got to a point where I was turning things down in work. Like I got such amazing opportunities to work with brands and stuff like that, and I was saying no. Like photo shoots with brands, I just didn't want to turn up with no makeup on and sit there like a monster in a seat, because I always thought that they'd be like, oh my god, what have we booked? Like even sometimes I'd explain to them, look, I'll come, but you have to understand that like I don't have great skin. And I was saying no to so many things and just letting my skin just take over my life. And the annoying thing was that my skin was so bad because I was feeling so down and so like anxious about myself and my self-esteem. It was just a really horrible chain reaction. It was affecting like my whole life. So I got offered, maybe in August, I got a phone call really out of the blue of an amazing opportunity, and my first instinct was, hell no way. Like no way, especially like this, can I ever do that? And I was like, no, wrote it off straight away. And I was like, it suddenly dawned on me that if I kept going through life saying no to things, then I'm just not gonna get anywhere. So suddenly in August I made a pact with myself to feel the fear and do it anyway. So I went and I sat in front of cameras with no makeup on, with my acne, and thought, fuck it. I went to like castings and stuff, and I just thought, there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna get this. They're gonna see me, take one look at my skin and be like, oh my god, no way. But the weirdest thing, I thought, what I thought was the weirdest thing was that people didn't care. People were saying yes to me. I was booking things and no one was bothered. Even guys that I thought had previously only wanted to see me because of what I looked like, and don't mean that in a big-headed way, I just presumed that's what guys look for, were not even bothered by the fact that I looked like a horrible monster. Like I suddenly started to realize that personality is the only thing that matters. Like it does not matter whether you look like a frog or you look like a princess. Like your personality is the only thing, period, that will ever get you anywhere and will ever mean anything to anyone. And that was like the biggest learning curve for me, because I think so much pressure these days is like what you look like, it's Instagram, it's YouTube, it's your face, it's your what you wear all the time. And I was like, it was so refreshing to understand that I didn't need any of these things. So back in August, probably the lowest point of this whole situation, where I was locking myself in my room and saying no to seeing people, to doing anything. I literally just wanted to dig a hole and go hide in it, because I just felt so disgusting about myself. And like every time I woke up in the morning and saw new horrible blistery spots on my face, I'd be like, I just want to wear like a veil across my face. Like, I'd go out in the street and I'd have like a scarf in the middle of August wrapped around my face. I just did not want to see people go anywhere. And actually the only thing that made me happy was reading your comments and knowing the support that I had on YouTube. And like, I'm so lucky that I don't think I've ever really got a negative comment on my channel. You're all so lovely, and I appreciate that so much, that this is a community of really positive, like mature women. And just, I used to read the comments on my YouTube channel and just have this massive smile on my face, and sometimes I'd cry, because you guys honestly make me so happy. Like, just, I can feel the love and the support in my comments. That's why I spend so much time like replying to every single one of you, because I see you as my friends, even though I've never met you. I hope to one day. And I just think you're all very genuine, supportive people, and I appreciate that so much. You've helped me out in areas of my life, that you've helped me out in moments when you probably didn't even realize. So I had like this epiphany. I was like, if I keep going through life saying no to things, I am never gonna get anywhere. So I forced myself to say yes. I forced myself. And suddenly I was saying yes to everything, because I was like, I need to feel this fear and do it anyway. And that is lesson number 2. Just if something scares the living daylight out of you, like being on camera with loads of spots on my face in front of thousands of people, just that judgment, that I just thought everyone was gonna like be looking at me and judging me in a way that I didn't want to be judged, and it freaked me out. But I just started saying yes to things. And I remember back in October I did this photo shoot, and I went with a full face of makeup, and they took it all off, and I was literally sitting there thinking, you can get over this, you can get over this. And like all the bloggers were around filming me, and I obviously had zero makeup on, and no one had ever seen me like that on camera. And I was just like, breathe, breathe. And the makeup artist said, I was obviously talking about it, going how crap my hair is, how bad my skin is, and the makeup artist turned around and was like, you're so hard on yourself, you need to stop being so hard on yourself. And it was so true. Like, I was just beating myself up as much as this past relationship was. Like, I wasn't seeing the good in what I was looking like or what I was doing. So each of those bad experiences that I forced myself to do, amazing things came out of it. Like, I started to realize that no one cared about what I looked like. No one cared about what I looked like except me. And I got places not on what I looked like, but on what my personality was. And that was the biggest learning curve ever. Like, forget what you look like. It means nothing. Relationships, jobs, even this industry, the blogging industry, it's not about what you look like. It's your personality. And that was like the major learning curve for me. And everything that freaked me out, feel the fear and do it anyway, I started doing. So even these situations that were crazy, like flying across the world into different scenarios with loads of people that I didn't know and being like scrutinized, freaked me out. But I did it anyway, because I thought, I'm gonna get over this. And like, you might know that I'm moving to London, back to London. If you don't know, I lived in London for like 8 years. And I moved home. Actually, I moved home. I'm gonna share a little bit about this with you. I moved home when I started to feel like this, because I really wanted the support of like my family around me, because I felt so shit. Blessings in disguise, because I actually killed it with my career and stuff by doing this. But that's why I maybe took a step back and moved back up north. And moving back down to London does scare me, and it's so safe to stay in this little hometown that I have. But I was like, I'm gonna feel the fear, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm moving to London next month. I'm currently flat hunting, which is very difficult in London because they get snapped up like that. The good ones do anyway. But yeah, feeling the fear and doing anything. And it's 1 year on today from the shittest year of my life, and I can honestly say that A, my skin is like a baby's bottom. I've not had a spot in so long. I can't even remember what a spot looks like, touch wood. And I feel like it's the end of like a really, really tough mental year to have. And I realized so many things. If you're in a relationship and it's not making you happy, get out of it. Whatever the situation, feel the fear and do it anyway. Being in this little pocket of comfort will get you absolutely nowhere. So like this first half of the year compared with my second half of the year, like I felt so scared in the second half, but I got amazing opportunities and done amazing things that I never thought that I would be doing this year. So the only way to get over something is to do it. The day will come when I sit in a room full of tarantulas, because I don't think I can ever get over spiders. And it's so important to be happy alone before you're happy with someone else. So I feel like whenever I was really heartbroken about something, the easiest thing to do was whack on a band-aid and go on another date. But this time I was like, I need to be okay being on my own, which I so am. I rock being on my own. In fact, I'm my best self being on my own. But it's only like a short-term fix. You seriously need to find yourself and find who you are and be happy alone and get over anything that's bothering you before you rely on someone else for your own happiness, if that makes sense. So here's to my year of recovery, and I'm very excited for the next 12 months, and I'm going to start weekly vlogging when I get down to London, so we can have these chats more often. And anything you want to talk to, we can either DM or write in the comments and I can do a video on it or something. But I hope sharing is caring. And yeah, thank you guys for being so supportive through this whole year. You don't know how much you mean to me, and this Valentine's Day I'm going to be spending it with you guys. So I'll be in the comments below talking to you guys. And yeah, happy Valentine's Day.